Happy Monday, everybody. How's it going today? Hopefully, you're all doing well. Appreciate everybody. The notifications seem to be going out pretty slow, and yeah, I'm going to give it a few minutes. I'm going to chat. Actually, also trying to give Joe a little bit of time to get on in here because he went to run an errand. He said he sent me a message. He's like, "I should be back by 11, no problem." Uh-oh, not so much yet. So we're gonna go it alone for now, and we're gonna see what happens, and hopefully he'll make it in here soon. Other than that, I'm gonna go through with what I've got, and we'll go from there. So hey, listen, if you're just jumping in, don't forget to smash up that like button. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Jump into the live chat, and I look like I am frozen. That's not good. Can you guys still see me? Can you hear me? Nope, looking frozen. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hang on, I'm gonna try and reset shit. Oh. How about now? Can you hear me now? Oh boy. I'm hoping this is gonna be or not gonna be one of those mornings. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, we can hear you. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Automatic Beats, and welcome, by the way. So hopefully you didn't hear me swearing in the background there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Good morning, Warpaint. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. Uh I Automatic Beats, I think you're correct, although I am very not happy with the announcement situation. But that's for a tomorrow night live stream. And Sin's in the house. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Thank you, everybody. And again, I don't know if I froze up before you heard me say that Joe is running late. Obviously, he said he had to run an errand and he would be back. But let's touch on a couple of things in the meantime, so you know what else is going on. Now, I'm hoping that most of you have seen already that the White House put out an announcement, I think it was early this morning, that President Trump will be live at 1:30 p.m. Eastern time for the for an announcement about an it's listed as an investment announcement. And now I don't know what's up with that investment announcement, but here we go. I am going to be live I'm going live about 10 minutes early, so 1:20 p.m. Eastern time. Not even a couple hours from now to cover this live because come on now, this could be big news. Now the question is, will it contain crypto as part of this investment announcement? Tell me what you're thinking in the chat. But given what we've already seen this weekend with regard to announcements, it only makes sense to me that, yeah, it's probably going to have crypto is going to be part of that announcement that's coming. So we're going to watch that live at 1. I start streaming about 1:20. I'm actually going to ask Joe to join me for that when he gets here. I haven't had an opportunity, excuse me, to be able to ask him that yet. Obviously, he and I haven't even talked except on a text message when he told me he was going to be running an errand and should be here. So watch me today, 1:20 p.m. Eastern time, and we're going to watch the investment announcement, whatever that happens to be, from President Trump live. Then the whole announcement with regard, I didn't add it into today's live stream because tomorrow night I'm joined with Crypto Bedell and BC Port Corp again on 6 p.m. tomorrow night, and we're going to be going over like the announcement. We're going to dig into it. We're going to give you our opinions about it. I think you can kind of already kind of figure out where BC and I stand on a couple of these things. And we're going to try and hash it all out, get your input, and see where that goes. So make sure that, excuse me, make sure that you're jumping in tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern time, and we're gonna talk about that. And so we're not going to get into too much of that today, beside talking about it right here to intro while we're giving Joe a little bit of time to get here. Like I said, he said he had to run an errand and he should be back in time. And I'm going to give you a little bit of cheers because, as you can see, I'm a little tired today and I need a little coffee. So thank you for your patience and understanding. Oh my goodness, I can't get enough coffee today. Anyway, all right. So in the meantime, I guess what I'll do is I'll jump in a little bit into some of the news items that I had prepared for today's live stream. And when Joe gets here, we'll just swap things around and we'll let him go over Bitcoin and so on. I was actually hoping to have him go over the charts on ADA, Solana, and XRP to see, well, we all know they took God candles and went crazy. I mean, what was it? I think ADA went up something like 75% or something like that because of the announcement, obviously, and it was down way low. Yes, there you go. Excellent automatic beats. Anyway, so I was hoping to have him go over that, but if he's truly running really late today, we're gonna have to not have him do that. I'm also hoping that we can join him live at noon and go straight over there, but we will see what happens with that. I still gotta hook the link up and try and get that to happen. All right, let's get into this. Let's wait. Where's my first one? Right here. Hang on one second. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna hold that one because I want to go over that one after we go over the debt. I'm also holding off on the debt and the Doge go over until Joe gets here. So again, appreciate your patience with me kind of like winging it a little bit this morning without Joe in the house until he gets here. He's supposedly on the way. All right, so let's start with this. Last week, Joe and I, when we were talking, I made the bullish case for Bitcoin, even though we saw the markets dropping significantly. And even from that live stream a week ago, we saw more drops until this announcement from Trump over the weekend, which, quite frankly, I think was really smart, by the way. I mean, okay. I wasn't trying to get down this road just yet, but let me do this. I will say one other thing with regard to the announcement that Trump made. He made it on the weekend. That gives you and I the opportunity, the average retail investor, the opportunity to be jumping in ahead of, in theory, ahead of others where markets are not even going right now. You couldn't add to how many outflows they had from the spot Bitcoin ETFs, for example. You couldn't jump back in because the market's closed. They only Monday through Friday. Whereas those of us in crypto had an opportunity to continue to jump in there. Now, I'm not saying FOMO in there. Matter of fact, I should probably put this up because Lord knows people will take the wrong tact here. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, old guy, interwebs. However, it to me was at least, I don't know. It was good to see that. It was good to see that he at least considered putting it on a weekend, and that retail investors, because crypto's 24/7, had the opportunity to be able to get in ahead of others. And 100 Air is in the house. Appreciate you being here, Trump. Yeah, Trump does love soul. Again, wasn't looking like to get into that, but yes, Trump does love soul, of course. Obviously, it's where he launched his meme coin, right? Again, you guys know I'm no fan of Solana, but and yeah, think it's not where it should be, but we're going to talk Solana again, because make sure you answer the poll that we got going on this stream. I want to know, do you think that Solana is mature enough? The blockchain is ready to actually be or have an ETF? I'm interested to see where we land on that, because, you know what? Wait, I got it right here. 100 there is saying right here, yeah, Trump loves Solana, and a lot of people love Solana. Where's Automatic Beats? Wait, I got to go back. Hey, see, even Automatic Beats loves Solana. So yeah, I get it, and you know, I understand. We got, heck, if Jar was here, he'd be all happy, because, you know, well, you saw he did a quick short about that. If you haven't seen it, go check out his channel. He did a quick short about that, and like, oh my god, and hopefully he'll get something out of that. What did Automatic Beat say? Trump loves soul but has no soul. Ow. The guy's pumping your bags there, Automatic Beats. At least, you know, come on now. Oh my goodness. All right, let me get back to what I was talking about here. Again, I'm waiting on Joe to come in. He messaged me, he had to run a couple of errands, and he thought he was going to be back here by 11. And unfortunately, he's still not here. So I'm rearranging things right now, and we're going to keep going on in here until Joe gets here. All right. Alexandra G in the house. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for stopping on in. Yeah, Joe should be here shortly. I'm hoping. Oh, look at, she is so good. I was just talking about Jar, and there you go. I know he's been kind of slowly trying to get stuff out. For those of you who have followed Made 6 Money podcasts, he told everybody he's in the process of moving. That's why I've been doing other things on a Tuesday night to keep the live streams going. But if all goes well, by the 18th of this month, so about 2 weeks, we will be back. Or is that a week now? I don't know. Time flies. I can't even keep it straight. We will be back live. And you're not late. I appreciate you being here. No worries. I've been kind of, like I said, trying to hold things off until Joe gets here. Appreciate you. And all right, so let's get into what I got here. Last week when Joe and I were live, part of what I was talking about was trying to make the bullish case for Bitcoin, even though the price action didn't necessarily reflect the bullishness for Bitcoin. So I brought up a couple more things that I wanted to just kind of touch on that have come since that live stream. And here's one of them. And Dennis Porter right here, basically, again, there was a lot of different things going on with state-sponsored crypto Bitcoin or in crypto reserve bills. And some states rejected it. I think 3 total rejected their bills. So those are no longer on the table for those. And I should have brought that up and I didn't. So my apologies. I did share it on X. So if you're following me on X, go ahead and check that out. But right here, Dennis Porter, who you know, the Satoshi Action Fund, bill to protect Bitcoin rights. And, you know, he says Bitcoin rights here, and I get it. He's a Bitcoin maxi, but it's actually blockchain rights if you go and check the bill, which does include other cryptocurrencies. And self-custody passes unanimously, which I thought was kind of huge, actually, through the House of Kentucky. So the state house, or the House of Representatives, trying to get this straight, in Kentucky. So again, good news, positive news moving forward for Bitcoin and again for other cryptocurrency, because they have to write the legislation. They can't just do Bitcoin only legislation, because then they'd have to come back and be trying to do additional legislation to do additional things, especially when it comes to stuff like self-custody and so on. But I get it. You know, Dennis, again, is a maxi, so he puts out Bitcoin only stuff, and unless he's pressed on it, and then he'll give you the accurate skinny. So yes, Sin saying good morning. Appreciate everybody being here. Appreciate it very much. And yeah, look, Alexander G, you are the best. Appreciate you. All links in the yes, always. All the links are in the description for everybody. And again, just to remind everybody, I'm going to be live I'm going to start going live at about 1:20 p.m. Eastern time today, and we are going to be watching the investment announcement from President Trump live. So make sure that you are here for that. You can't miss it here. Hold on, I'm trying to bring. Trying to bring the. I am not. When I'm flying solo, sometimes I get a little bit confuzzled. Kind of like OC a little bit on Piper Academy this morning. Okay, live 1:20. We're gonna watch it together. Now, again, is crypto going to be part of it? Given what we saw over the weekend with his announcement, I'm going to go with very likely, but we shall see. We shall see. There's no guarantees because at the end of the day, what the hell do I know? I don't know crap. But let's keep going with my bullish case for some things here in the crypto space. Now, last week we talked about how a lot of the SEC lawsuits and so on just seem to be evaporating and disappearing, and I'm good with that because you know what, there was too much lawfare going on to use an overused term these days with regard to the previous administration and the cryptocurrency space. The fact that now we're seeing these things getting just disappearing and being dismissed or whatever, the cases being withdrawn, I think is huge. Now, in this particular brief that I have here, and again, links to all this in the description, right here is from Hester Pierce, and we know that Hester Pierce is, her nickname's Crypto Mom. She is very pro crypto, very pro Bitcoin, very pro getting this space adequately put into the ether for people to be able to take part in and know exactly what the rules and the regs are. Now, one of the things I kind of wanted to point out here, if we go to the end of her statement right here, it says, and I'm just going to read this last paragraph right here. The current commission has now issued such a directive with the formation of a crypto task force. Now, we talked about that. We saw the executive order regarding that. Joe and I talked about it actually on the previous live stream and more. To continue on here, it says, it is the policy staff who will take the lead in engaging with the public to build a regulatory framework that serves the American public. About damn time, if you ask me. This approach drives today's dismissal because now remember this statement that she put out was regarding the dismissal of the case against Coinbase. And okay, so the dismissal against Coinbase, but it does not signal an end to the commission's use of its enforcement tools in appropriate cases. And I get why she's putting that there because, again, you're not trying to shoot yourself in the foot, as they say, and be able to say, whoa, hey, they're dismissing everything and we can just do what the hell we want. No, I get it. They still have to be able to say, well, you know what? Do it and do it right. Do it and do it right. And Warpaint is asking, why would the USA adopt anything for the reserve that is not a finite asset? Makes no sense. Please feel free to go into the chat and say that. And I mostly agree with you. It should be something that is finite. Because it makes the most sense, obviously. Hence the whole thing. We know how fiat is just a Ponzi scheme. However, I expected that we would probably see something other than Bitcoin in the reserve. Now, I'm trying not to suss this whole thing out on this particular live stream, as I mentioned to you, because tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern time, myself, BC Port Corp, and Crypto Bedell will be doing just that. So make sure you're tuning in for that. I'd really appreciate it. Matter of fact, link to that is in the description as well. Warpaint, hopefully you'll jump in on that live stream, throw that question out again, and that way we can like really jump in and dig that out and talk much more about that. All right, but to continue on, again, Joe, for those who are wondering where Joe is, he said he had to run an errand. He was expecting to be back here by 11, and obviously watching him come in, and will be the surprise. We'll all pick on him when he gets here. He's obviously running late. 100 Air is saying having a reserve in an asset commodity that is not finite is crazy, much like the US dollar. Yes. Wait, we do that with oil. Well, I guess so. I that's true, but in gold, you could say the same thing about gold and any other reserve that we hold, really. I mean, there's nothing that's a completely finite asset that I'm aware of. Feel free to tell me I'm wrong in the chat, guys, or if you're watching this on the replay in the comments. But yeah, Bitcoin is it. Automatic P says, come watch Bedell sleep live. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's so funny. If you haven't joined us for Crypto on the Rocks, yeah, Bedell fell asleep a couple of times on Crypto on the Rocks, and people have been on him about that ever since. So yeah, but Bedell, he's been really good when myself, him, and BC have been live on a Tuesday night. So tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time, come see for yourself. Come see for yourself. Appreciate that. Yes. Everybody in the chat, I appreciate you all. Yes. All right, let's get back to this. I'm going to bring up what I had for the next piece of information, which comes from Senator Cynthia Lummis. And here, basically in this, she was breaking down the information from a recent hearing she had. Oh, look at Miss Crypto Fidelity. Sarah, appreciate you being here. Thank you. Oh man, I don't ever expect to see you during like a day. I figured you'd be working, but I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much. And all right. She's gonna be there. I like it. Welcome. Yes, yeah. The boss is in the chat. That's right. The boss has spoken. Oh, that's why you're gonna go to what? Well, then you're gonna miss my other live stream. I'm going live at 1:20 to cover President Trump's investment announcement that he's got going on. So sorry you're gonna miss that, but I appreciate you being here right now. All right, so getting back to this, Senator Lummis basically bullet pointing this. So let's go through these bullet points real quick. Most digital assets are not legally securities under the Howey test. Oh, big surprise. Gary, okay, I'm not going to go down the road of Gary Gensler. He's history. He's gone. If this was Crypto on the Rocks, I'd throw a few signs at him. Anyway, the United States is behind other countries in creating laws for digital assets. Well, that's 1,000% true, and that's thanks to our previous administration primarily, and the lawfare that they just threw at this particular space and trying to, regulate the space through enforcement, a la Gary Gensler, obviously. Hold on one second. Something just happened with my computer. Okay, there we go. I'm back. All right. Well, I probably never left on your end, but anyway. All right. And then let's check out this last point right here. Stable coins will bring our payment system into the 21st century. Okay. I agree. There's going to be stable coin legislation probably before other legislation, but this kind of legislation worries me a little bit because if you notice, okay, this current administration signed one of the executive orders, no CBDCs. I think in a lot of the crypto legislation that's being tossed around right now in the House and the Senate has anti-CBDC wording in it. Hell, we've had a number of states come out and just totally say, yeah, no CBDCs here. However, I think that we need to pay very close attention to the legislation that comes out with regard to stablecoins, because stablecoins can be a CBDC. You look at USDC already. They've already frozen wallets, blacklisted addresses, done stuff that you would not expect to see in this particular arena, right? That's not the ethos. That's not what cryptocurrency is all about. If you missed last week, Tuesday night, when BC and Bedell and I were live, we talked a lot about that because we've seen that happen with Ethereum. And just in this whole scenario with the Bybit hack, how they were even considering the possibility of rolling back that chain again. Well, if you can do that, sorry, you are not decentralized and you are not what this space is all about. I'm trying to choose my words carefully here. So again, to Senator Lummis's point, wait, that way, there we go. To Senator Lummis's point, stablecoin legislation definitely on the horizon. Probably the first thing that's going to be put through. But we as a space need to be all over breaking this down and seeing exactly the wording and so on with regard to stablecoin legislation, because I think it could be, or well, let me rephrase that. It has the potential to be a backdoor way to get a CBDC without getting a CBDC. So, my opinion, again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, old guy interwebs, but I think it's something that the space needs to be on top of and cognizant of. Listen, real quick, again, Joe is running late. I'm hoping he's going to pop in here before before this stream is over, because as far as I know, he's supposed to be going live himself in like a half an hour. I don't know what's going on, but whatever errands he was running, probably he's tied up, and I'm sorry to hear that. I hope he makes it even for his stream. So if you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tick that bell icon, click the all. That way you get notified every time I'm live. I'm going to be live again at 1:20 covering the investment announcement from President Trump. So make sure you're here for that as well. And don't forget, smash up the like button. Appreciate you for doing that. Appreciate it. And let's see here. What do we got? Right. Oh, here he is. Joe running errands still. Oh, man, dude, you're probably going to be late for your show. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Might start your show at 1. Okay, Joe, I don't know how much of this you've been listening to. I'm going live at 1:20 to cover the presidential announcement that's going on. I was going to invite you to join me, but I get it. You got to do your own. You got to do your own live. So I get it completely. I understand. Do your thing, man. While I'm live, I'll tell people about you. That way, they can go wherever they want. Yeah, I get it. I get it. It happens, man. It happens. Life. Life. Oh, yeah. Okay. Are you messing with us right here? Come on now. All right. Appreciate it, everybody. And Joe, thanks for keeping us up to date. What's it? Maybe he can join you and then go live afterward. That's a good idea, but I unfortunately at 4 p.m. he's live on where? Piper Academy. 4 p.m. Joe is live and showing people on Piper Academy what's up with trading. So hopefully he could, but I don't know. That might be too much for him. Yeah, exactly. All right. See, there it is right there. All right. Yeah. Exactly. Watch out for ICE. Yeah, they're everywhere, man. They're everywhere. I don't think Joe's got that. I don't think Joe's got that problem. Yeah, exactly. All right. Oh, did I just freeze up again? Seriously, right now? Can you guys even hear me? Though I'm frozen, it appears again. Oh, jeez. No, maybe. Let me know in the chat if I'm just completely done here at this point. Crap. Okay. Frozen but audio good. I couldn't even see your comments because everything, my entire back end of StreamYard froze up on me. So thank you everybody for telling me the audio is good and nothing. Yeah, exactly. I had to just reset it real quick, and thank God. This is why I love StreamYard. For those who are even considering potentially going live, I love StreamYard for the fact that if stuff like that happens, and it happens all the time with me, just saying, I don't know why. I've tried so many different things to square away the internet here. But anyway, if you are going live and you're in the middle of a live stream, something like that happens, if you reset it, or if in the case where I reset it, StreamYard holds it open. It holds the stream open for like, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes. So it gives the presenter an opportunity to get back into the stream. Huge, huge, huge benefit. So yeah, when you get the and nothing going on, okay, yeah, see, back good, and welcome back. Thank you. Sarah, I love having you here. This is awesome. Yes. And you're back. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, back to my errands. Okay, Joe. Well, hopefully we'll see you later on. And again, you're welcome to join me at 1:20 if you want to try and put something together. We can maybe combine the streams or something, and you could still do some TA on the stream. Up to you. Yes, good luck with those errands. Yeah, and watch out for ice like 100 air. All right, let's get on to the next thing I have. And so I'm guessing that we're not going to be looking into Joe and the charts today. He's not going to make it here before I end this live stream. So I'm going to kind of zip back to the beginning before I go on to this other stuff. And let's take a quick look at the fear and greed index. The fear and greed index to see exactly where we are. Now, this fear and greed index is again set to reset, going to reset in about 7 hours. So right now, still in fear, but I believe that we're going to be in at least neutral territory. Oh, wait, let me change that so you can see that, not me so much. There we go. That's better. I think we're going to be more in neutral territory, obviously, when we get to the update in the fear and greed index. And again, remember, prior to Trump's announcement, prices were basically in the barrel. Bitcoin was down in the 80K range. Heck, it dipped below 80K there for a while. So I can understand why there was plenty of fear in the markets. But now that we got that out of the way, let's go take a look, because I have to do it. We need to be on top of where we are with regard to the national debt. And every week, Joe and I, this week is just me, but every week, Joe and I take a look at where we were last week when we were live and compare it to this week. All right, so let's take a look at that. Jesse just made it here. Appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate you showing up. And don't worry, man, a little late. No worries. And again, obviously, even Joe still out on the errands, running late. So no worries. All right, but let's bring up where we were last week when Joe and I were live and see where we were on the debt and Doge, because we're gonna take a look at Doge. And here we go. So bring that up full screen so you can see that. Are you able to see that? There it is. Okay. Having a little bit of technical difficulties today, so now I'm a little jittery about this. Okay, so when we were live last week, 36,520,000,000,000 on the debt, and Doge 131,970,000,000. All right, million. Sorry. Let's 131,970,000,000. Okay, so let's see right now where we are at with the current clock. So let me bring up the live clock here, and bing, there it is. So as you can see, current ticking clock, $36,549,000,000,000. So I mean, I don't know. I hate to see that it's still going up, but I mean, I don't know. I guess it could be worse. It has been worse. And then right here on the Doge clock, which this is a number again, I don't mind see going up here, 158,432,000,000. And again, they haven't even dug into so much stuff. I can only see this thing continuing to rise at an alarming rate, to be quite frank. So yeah, what do we got going on? Yeah, Warband. Yeah, okay, there we go. I'm just checking the chat, making sure I wasn't missing anything. Those guys just chatting in the chat. That's good with me. We're good. Okay, so there we go. We at least got that. I figured might as well do it now. I was holding off for Joe, but it doesn't look like he's going to be making it today, unfortunately. Hopefully he'll jump in on my 1:20 p.m. live stream watching the Trump investment announcement. All right. Back to the whole Bitcoin positive news thing. I want to bring up this short clip on an interview from, I believe it was CNBC. Where is it? Right here, right? Is that the one? Nope, that's not the one. There it is. And an interview with Paul Tudor Jones. I mean, if you don't know who he is, he's one of the biggest investment fund people. Guy is a billionaire in his own right. And I think it's worth listening to here. So yes, right here on the Squawk Box. So let's give this a quick listen. It's a little over a minute long, but I think it's important to hear how he's saying he's long on gold and long on Bitcoin. Here we go.
Are you off buying gold and Bitcoin and
I think all roads lead to inflation. We're going to end up
But does all roads lead to inflation? Therefore, gold is a good investment. Is Bitcoin a good investment to you?
I'm long gold. I'm long Bitcoin. I think commodities are so ridiculously underowned. So I'm long commodities. I think most young people find their inflation hedges via the NASDAQ. That's also been great. It's probably some combination. I probably have some basket of gold, Bitcoin, commodities, and NASDAQ, something like that. And I would own zero fixed income. If I had my cash, it'd be very short term. The playbook to get out of this, you see it in Japan right now. They have 2% inflation, 30 basis points overnight. They don't want to raise rates. The playbook to get out of this is that you inflate your way out and you have a small tax on the consumer and you run interest rates and nominal growth rate, interest rates below inflation and nominal growth above inflation. And that's how you reduce your debt to GDP. So you're going to have the Fed they should be easy. They should be
easy. You want them to cut.
So just real quickly, every 100 basis points, given where our debt to GDP right now, every 100 basis points is worth about $90 billion a year to the deficit. $90 billion. So yes, if we're trying to stabilize debt to GDP, we want to run the most dovish monetary policy that we can without letting inflation become too much of a tax on the citizenry. So yes, all roads lead to inflation. That's historically the way every civilization has gotten out, is they've inflated away their debts.
Right. And obviously that's one of the options. And I had to just put up 100 Air's comment right here. I don't know 100 Air. I have no idea. But they pasted it on good. Maybe I should get it and get rid of some of these bags under my eyes. But I get somebody to help me with that. Anyway, but I like what he's saying with regard to the being long on gold, being long on Bitcoin. Now, listen, even getting gold these days is like damn near impossible. It's just crazy. And I've broken up. We did on the Matrix Money podcast a couple of weeks ago now. We did an interview with Daniel Diaz. You guys know him. We love him. Executive director, Citizen Sound Money, big gold bug. He's the guy doing a lot of the legislative process in the states trying to get gold as currency. So, and even he was saying that there was a delay in getting gold from different, the regular bullion places. And last week when we were talking about Fort Knox, I mentioned that, even now the London Bullion Exchange, I believe is the name. I might have butchered that, so I apologize. Go back and check that stream. But they're like not even taking orders right now. They can't get the gold. You just can't do it. So I don't know. I think we're going to find that there's a lot of smoke and mirrors going on, which is why I, in my in the stream I did last week, I asked you, do you think they're really going to audit Fort Knox? And the majority of you thought that yes, we're going to definitely do it and get that information out. I don't know. I'm still on the negative side of that. I don't think that's going to be the case whatsoever. But or if it does happen, it's not. We're not going to know the truth. That's just my opinion. And again, much like Paul Tudor Jones was just saying, all roads lead to inflation. And here's part of the why right here. Consumer debt at all-time highs. Look at this. $1.2 trillion in consumer debt out there. And I get it. People are still struggling. I know that a lot of people, and myself included, were hopeful and still are for a bit of a reprieve, a bit of a release of all the pressure from inflation with the new administration. Now, again, I'm not naive enough to believe that, that's only going to happen like immediately. No, of course not. That kind of stuff takes time. And some of what goes on with regard to cuts and so on takes years in some cases, although I'm hoping that's not the case. But anyway, the fact of the matter is that right here, credit card debt for consumers, $1.2 trillion, because people are struggling and using their credit cards for different things like that. Oh my goodness, with the freezing again. I don't understand why this is doing that. I'm going to have to reset my computer, I think. It's Joe. It's the ghost of Joe. It's the ghost of Joe coming in here and making sure that his gremlins have come and infected my computer. Oh, boy. Okay, I'm going to try to wrap this up real quick here, and that way we can get prepared. Obviously, I normally would be sending you over to Joe's live stream. Obviously, he's still out running errands, and his live stream is going to be delayed, if at all. Yes, exactly, Jesse. It's like, I don't know, he sent his gremlins through the internet, and here they are. So oh boy. All right, I want to hit on a couple more things real quick. Is this the one? This is the one. All right, here we go. How about this? Representative Sam Liccardo to introduce the Meme Act. And that is the Modern Emoluments, I can't say that 5 times fast, I'm sorry, and Malfeasance Enforcement Act. It would prohibit the president, vice president, members of Congress, senior executive branch officials, their spouses, dependent children, from issuing, sponsoring, or endorsing a security, future, commodity, or digital asset. Now, I don't know anybody who thinks that this wouldn't be coming. I mean, let's be honest. Like Trump, hate Trump, doesn't really matter. The fact of the matter of what he did with regard to Trump, what happened with Melania, what we've seen happen with Milei down in Argentina. Again, entire live stream BC and Bedell and I did with regard to that. Go check it out on my channel. But it only makes sense to me that we would be having some kind of regulatory scrutiny And in this case, it's coming from Congress trying to prevent this from happening in the future. And I get it. Yes, 100 air. Yes, hilarious. Anyway, so what did he say? You need to have one of those AI generated characters that, yes, I know, right? I know. Damn, would be hilarious. Oh, now I get it. Then that would be hilarious. Yes, you're correct. That would be hilarious, actually. All right. So stay tuned. It's got to pass the, it's got to pass the House and the Senate, where, the majority is Republican. I'm going to guess that may not find the legs that they're hoping it will find, but stay tuned. All right, let's get to why I did the poll. And we'll go check the poll at the end as I wrap up here because of these. Now, again, you guys know I am no fan of Solana. But right here we have Coin Bureau saying the CME exchange will introduce a Solana futures on March 17th. And as he points out, this is precursor to an eventual ETF approval. And as you can see what I said right there. Does it surprise me? No. Trump launched his meme coin on Solana, which is also why I think Solana's been included in his announcement with regard to the crypto reserve. I still don't think it's a good thing. Sorry, just don't think it's a good thing. And yes, what Jesse said, smash that thing, like. Yes, appreciate that. All right. Finally, and again, I'm putting up what I put. I was, when I saw this, I was just like, please God, no, don't. But unfortunately, it's probably coming. We know with the now reserve announcement, it's probably going to be here, but there we go. Solana ETF coming any day now, because again, this is the, what is it? The CTCC website, which, where they put the tickers for the ETFs. And, yeah, unfortunately, I think that, it's coming. I think it's going to end up being a black eye for this space, but what the hell do I know? I don't know anything. Okay. That's pretty much it. That's what I had. Again, I apologize that you guys didn't get to see market analysis today with Joe. Obviously, as you saw when he jumped into the live chat, he was still out and running errands. His live stream, which is normally happening in about 10 minutes, looks like it's going to be pushed off to at least 1 o'clock. So watch for his announcements for his live stream. Hopefully, he'll just kind of jump into mine. So let me give you what's going down on my channel for the rest of the week. Again, I'm going to be live at 1:20 p.m. today. We're going to cover live President Trump's investment announcement. So if you are interested in to see what he's going to say, I don't know if crypto is going to be a part of that, but given what we've seen over the weekend, I'm going to go with that's a very high likelihood that crypto will definitely be part of that announcement. And let's not forget that this Friday, they have the first ever crypto summit coming, being hosted by the crypto czar David Sachs. And I honestly, I wanted to be live for that, but I was unable to rearrange my Friday. So we're going to just have to discuss it on Crypto on the Rocks Friday night, 7 p.m. So make sure you're here for that as well. We'll be putting that live stream up shortly. But before that, tomorrow night, Crypto Bedell, BC Port Corp, and I will be live. We're going to be talking about Trump's crypto reserve announcement. We're going to dive into the assets that he has talked about. We will give you our opinions on those assets. And I'm guessing you know that it'll probably be a little bit spicy as we're giving you those opinions. So make sure you're joining us tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern time, right here, and see what we've got to say. Come join the conversation. Come join the conversation. All right, we're going to wrap things up here right now. Appreciate everybody being here. Thank you to everybody who's been in the chat. Appreciate all of you. Let's see. I'm just checking to see if there's anything else. Make sure you smash up that like button. Appreciate it. Matter of fact, let me do this real quick. If you're new, don't forget, subscribe, tick that bell icon, click the all. Heck, you see me live in a couple hours. So anytime, drop a video, anytime I'm live. Appreciate that. Got a lot of stuff coming if I can keep up with it all. All right. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate that. We're going to head out. Like I said, you're welcome, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you being here, Jesse. As always, Miss Crypto Bedell, appreciate you. I am so happy you joined us today. I really am. I'll try and catch the next one. All right. Excellent. Excellent. So thanks for being here. Appreciate all of you. Let me get my outro because I'm trying a new intro, trying a new outro. Tell me how you like it in the comments. All right. I'm out. I hope you have a great day. We'll see you in a couple hours.